Don't know what you're going to get on the patch notes show.
Classic, dude.
Off, though, let's go straight into skins. We're going to start off with mastery skins.
Classic.
This patch, and the first one will be New War. She's getting a bit of an update here, and Chuck, you can talk us through this one because New War, obviously people have been asking about mastery skins for a while, and finally starting to update the old ones now.
Can I have your number?
The current mastery skin update system is not absolute 100%, but the idea is that we will attempt to update the characters to the new mastery skin system when we release skins for those characters. So.
And it's all about showing off a bit more of the actual skin now instead of having the gold actually being her skin.
Showing a bit,
showing
a bit more of the
still
skin.
have golden skin on their skins or flesh or whatever.
I know what you mean.
It makes more sense.
That's okay.
The idea is that we're going to attempt to update those to the new method as we
nothing wrong with that.
Release other skins for those characters.
There's
technical reasons that we're doing it that way, but that's currently the plan. So
New War's been added this patch, and we've also got another one in a second as well. But New War's been focused on here. We were talking, obviously, a lot of the community as well. Chuck had been asking about these mastery skins, so we'll look through the other ones as well.
Give me some legendary.
About potentially when we're going to see some sort of order to the mastery skins.
Give me that, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Give me that, dude.
So yeah, as we release skins for a particular god, we'll update the mastery skins for that god too. And I know everybody's, very excited about getting the mastery skins for their favorite gods.
We're excited.
I know I am. So
I really like that one.
That's almost.
I like that one.
That's some of the tweets that Lawson's getting. Almost that one. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I think I did get
Nobody
a tweet
cares about legendary
with a woman.
Nobody cares about diamond. Give me legendary.
Really?
Give me that legendary.
The concept is that
legendary was.
Yeah, maybe.
Awesome. And there's the diamond version as well, or the legendary version you like to know it as. Very nice looking. I do love the updates to this, Chuck. But it's not the only mastery skin we've got this patch either, is it?
Not the only mastery skin we've got this patch, is it?
Terra as well will be released in the next patch, and we will have her card out for you on screen there as well.
Ooh,
and already
Terra coming in hot.
Regarding the skins, so just going for the flesh
I'm down.
once again. And
yeah, I mean, we're mostly
I'm down for some Terra legendary.
Keeping the skin part of the character's skin.
Yep.
Unless it's somebody like Ymir or something like that, where they're just, or Fenrir or something, where they have a whole. They don't have armor and specific things to break into different zones.
Out of interest, is it harder to do these ones because they're bigger models? Like Terra, for example, is huge.
Wow.
So does it take a lot more work?
It has nothing to do with the size. It more has to do with the complexity. The more different types of materials and surfaces.
I think he's making fun of my girl Tian, dude. She just
make
thick.
it more complicated. We've also been doing performance enhancements to the gold, diamond, legendary skins as we go. So we're also making those adjustments during this time as well. So
what?
Is there any
time as well? So
is there any ability changes with Terra on this one?
That was weird. Come on. Hi-Rez up.
Or is they all still the same model?
Fire it up.
I know it's the legendary skin, which is a little bit of black, but that was like real black.
Okay, just to double check that was more than anything, because on the odd one or two we do see some like diamond effects and things. I can't really see them.
Sometimes we do if the guys have pets or if they have other specific things, but
family stream censor. That was the family stream upskirt censor.
In the world we don't update.
Oh, she's very flashy.
Her legendary or her diamond skin's actually not bad.
On that. Favorite part?
Not bad at all.
Which skin do you prefer, Chuck? Out of all those 6 of the new ones.
It's not bad at all.
The Terra one, sorry. The 6 technically.
I like legendary skins the best personally. I like the black and gold. It's just awesome. So.
That's actually a decent diamond skin. I like the legendary skins most as well. I'm with you, Chris. I'm with you.
We will come back to Chuck soon regarding more of the skins because we've got some more to show you. But as we announced, it is the Odyssey 2017 patch. So I guess we need to kind of walk through that a little bit first, guys, before we even go into the skins that are going to be available through the Odyssey this patch round.
Yep.
Lawson, you're specifically pretty much here to go over the Odyssey with us and explain what's going to be all entailed in that. We're starting off with Japan.
Japan. Yep. So we're going to start out with Japan. We're going to go through all the pantheons again.
Yep.
And we're going to kind of use the same formula.
I'm ready.
You buy items in the Odyssey. You will progress through the pantheons, and then you will reach the final reward, which is the tier 5 skin.
So we still got the standard thing of buy everything in the Odyssey and you'll get a tier 5 skin.
Yeah.
However,
we are switching that up a little bit. We are adding a leveling system into the Odyssey.
Okay. Now,
so
how does this? What does the leveling system mean, first of all?
Okay. So there's 21 items.
Okay.
There's 21 levels. It's very easy.
Simples.
Yep.
That's it?
No.
There's more?
No, there's more. Okay, so what we wanted to do is a lot of the people will look at the item list, and there'll be a couple that, hey, I don't play that character. I don't want to spend money, but I still want the tier 5.
Completely agree.
Right. So we added an alternate system, questing system that is part of the Odyssey, that as you complete the quests, you will be gaining Odyssey points.
Okay. So levels is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, like basically, and as you complete them, you will gain levels independently of buying any items.
Okay, so for you guys at home to break that down a little bit more as well, it's going to be basically you get 1 level per item you buy in the Odyssey. However, I believe it's 7 quests are equal to 1 level as well.
That's right. And every patch, we will give 7 new quests.
Awesome. So you can actually get, I believe it's 4.5 levels worth of content just by questing.
Just by questing. And we're going to have some special events that happen over the weekends that will also give you points also.
Okay. What kind of quests are these?
So you don't have to buy absolutely everything to get your 5 skin
set
if you
up
want
to
a
be
quest
like
point.
something you can achieve within an hour.
Right.
So yeah, they're very simple.
So if you get 4.5 levels, you need to buy...
to it is you can only do 1 per day.
Oh, so that's a
stipulation. So you still need to buy 17
so you can't, like,
out of 21 items,
all,
from what I understand,
group them all up and do them all
in order to
like
get the tier 5 skin.
But you have to,
you still have to get the most
you want to do, is that correct?
Yeah, any order. You can do them in any order.
Okay, so for you fans at home to break that down a little bit more as well, it's going to be basically you're going to have a selection of quests to choose from, very similar to the Bacchus, Hoot, and Holler skin. You click on the quest, you start the quest up, and then once you complete it, that's your quest for the day done.
Yeah, and if you don't like the quest, you're only giving up 500 points.
That's true, and then at the same time, you can still buy the stuff if you want to instead.
Yep, that's right.
But it can make you basically avoid half to gain some of the stuff from this.
Yeah, you can avoid, you know, 1/4 of the items, the ones that you don't like.
So 21 levels involved in the Odyssey.
Yep.
And once you get to level 21, you're guaranteed the tier 5 skin.
That's right.
Even if some of those levels are made up by the quest as well.
Yep.
Cool. So we've got a bit more flexibility too.
Yeah, I think it's going to be exciting. Yep.
Awesome. And you can actually see the graphics on screen there for you. So you start quest 1 through quest 7. I guess this is while the Japanese one is on to start off with, and then when these 7 quests are done, we're going to get another 7 quests for you to do.
That's right. And you can always go back. You can wait till the last 42 days of the Odyssey and go through all of the quests if you'd like.
So there's 42 quests to do, 1 per day, but you need to make sure you complete all the quests to unlock the free content involved. But there's also free content as well that you just get from hitting levels in this, correct? It's not just going to be like, we hit level 21.
I'm psyched, dude. I'm so ready for the Odyssey. I'm so ready.
Going forward as well.
I'm not talking about I want to do a lot of listening.
Yeah, so as you level, just like in our previous Odysseys, you'll get a treasure chest roll, which is the Odyssey chest. And then every once in a while, there'll be a skin for a level. So like level 1, I believe you get a treasure chest roll for the Odyssey, and you get a treasure chest roll for a cutesy icon.
Oh, of course.
So just for fun.
So just for fun for leveling up as well.
That's right. Yeah.
And even if you don't do the quest, you could just buy all these items and get that stuff as well.
That's right. A lot of people like the cutesy icons, and so we figured, hey, you randomly get one of the few that we have.
Okay, well, if we're going to start things off there with the Japan one, let's go into the Japan skins that are going to be in the Odyssey this patch as well.
All right, cool.
We're going to start things off with Amaterasu.
So we get some bonus chest rolls and stuff, which is
nice. I'm not sure the name of this. Actually, Foxy Amaterasu is the first one that's going to be part of the Odyssey that you guys can buy once it releases. And we'll go back to Chuck for this, because Chuck, obviously, part of the art design team, this skin looks very cute.
That was the idea, is for us to finally have a cute, fun skin for Amaterasu, since we've been a little serious on the skins for her so far.
That thing is gonna kawaii my brains out, I feel like.
More fun territory with this complementary color scheme.
Well, are they called like knee-high
Oh, we
socks
weaving out, dude. We just straight weaved out.
I love the tail.
Oh, the tail.
Oh, she has a tail, dude. Just like Jordy in high school.
Oh, and the backpack. Look at that.
Oh, it's so cute. We had to jump through a couple of extra hoops to make sure
that
we
could
keep
the
tail, but it was so cool that we all decided we were going to figure that out. So it's kind of fox and sun themed mixed together. You can see she's got custom...
Yay!
This reminds me of like a furry convention or something.
Yes, it's the right sort of time to mention that. I mean, we've got cosplay going on. Dragon Con just finished.
Yeah,
so yeah,
there were all kinds of furries there.
All the time, without fail. It's a very nice looking skin.
It's
got some animations with this as well. It's tier 3, correct?
I love it. I love it.
It's tier 3. Yeah, you can see we've got the custom glyphs.
As long as it's not a weeb voice pack, I don't care.
We got the Happy Sun.
It's those kawaii voice packs that slay me, dude.
Just showing off the abilities as per usual.
I love the sound effects. I don't think I've ever noticed that.
What did she just say?
That sound was bad.
I didn't hear it. I haven't heard the voice pack until just now.
What was that?
Listen to like the live bells and stuff.
That little cheeky giggle. I'm sure chat will love that one. And then we've got her 3. And obviously
we got some cute cartoon
the
smoke
cartoon
there.
clouds, I like that.
The weeby need. We're weaving out. Paw prints on the
Foxy
floor.
paw prints there.
Sounds like the same voice
Some
actor
sun
as well,
splashes.
right?
Yeah, it's the same voice actress as original Amaterasu, only more fun. This time.
Okay.
Less serious.
Do we have to pay her more to make it more fun and more like?
I have no idea.
Okay. I just like to know for personal reasons.
Yeah, we do, actually.
We do.
Yeah.
That's a shame. We don't get it free.
That's a shame.
On top of that one, let's hear the voice pack as well then for the Amaterasu.
Alright, here's the moment of truth.
This is the best patch ever because I've never heard any of this.
You are sublime.
Okay.
Dazzling. Attack!
Okay.
Attack left leg!
We're okay.
Sorry, we can't be friends.
Well, we're okay.
People call me a vixen. That's literally what I am.
We're okay. I could have been
Everyone
way.
keep asking me what I
Okay.
say.
That could have been way weebier.
Did you hear about
And
the
like,
shapeshifter that met Medusa? She is now a stone cold fox.
Nice.
Lord.
That's good.
From what I understand, is the actual designers that actually make up some of these voice packs.
we did good.
Hey, did we do the laugh?
Yeah, we've got to do the laugh.
Yes.
And what's Woohoo as well, VW?
Woohoo!
Okay.
We're good. That
I
was
believe all
not
the
nearly
wacky
as
voice
obnoxious as
acting
it could have
is
been.
Tina, right?
Thank the Lord, dude.
Tina and
You're not supposed to throw over
sometimes Fishman and
AJ.
AJ do it too.
You
Thank
throw
the
them under the
Lord.
bus by saying that, you know that.
I know.
That's the
I
mean
know.
thing we
Wait.
don't do here on the patch notes. Blame other people, because now
We're not
everybody's going to tweet at
blaming,
them.
we're crediting.
Credit.
crediting.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. But credit in this patch. Next patch, not so much.
Hold it. Now, last patch we did have Tina's laugh. What skin was that?
That we did the snort laugh?
Yeah, the snort laugh.
Snort laugh.
That was ridiculous.
And now we're just calling each other names.
Wow,
and
we got
tweeting
where we
stuff.
got AMA
No,
done.
that's just a
Let's move on.
factual statement.
Yeah, that really is.
Yeah.
Well, not
Moving
only this game we have
forward.
coming out, but we also have.
And Tina's in another country right now, so
She can get away with it. Okay, that's fair. She's not able to steal
Oh, my
Samurai
God. That's a sweet
Susano.
Susanna
God.
skin.
Now,
how
a lot of
cyberpunk
That's a
that
must.
is.
That's a
Yeah.
must buy.
This is one of those things that you're definitely going to buy. It doesn't matter whether or not you like the god or not. You're still going to pick it up. It's a fantastic looking skin. And
That's so
this is kind of
cool.
the exact opposite, Chuck.
Yes, we wanted to balance out
That's
the
sweet.
wacky, fun Japanese skin with a serious kind of, you know, badass Japanese
That's a
skin.
badass
Completely
skin.
badass as well. And obviously, hopefully, Pompon in game will have the voice pack and things for it. Because it is another tier 3 skin as well. And there you see him in all his glory.
He
That's
looks so
sweet.
good.
Yeah, it's super cool.
That flame sword as well.
I'm
Plasma
super down for
sword.
this
The
skin.
face,
Plasma.
the
Nothing
face
like
mask is
more reasons to
creepy.
play
Face
Susano.
mask. There we go. Good job, Pon. Pon's getting better, have you noticed?
Oh, they buffed him
It's taken a
too.
few years,
Look
but
at that.
we're getting him there.
Look at that. So good.
Oh yeah, squat down.
And this is a tier 3, as we
He
said,
starts
so
taking a
obviously.
shit. He's like,
He's
oh,
full
I did
effects
not see you
conversion.
there.
What was
give
the
me
most
some
difficult thing
animation.
about this one, Chuck? Regarding like, designing this? And
This was kind of interesting because we had the initial concept sketch, and then, you know, the modeler had some really interesting ideas on top of it. So, we went ahead and implemented all those cool ideas, and we had to jump back and forth and kind of do some last-minute updates to the card and stuff. But the end result came out really cool.
It looks fantastic.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sat in silence at the
Oh,
moment.
his
because I
ultimate
wanna
could
try to
look
get some
so
of these
cool
voice
with
lines
the
to use some of his
fire.
abilities.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Hell yeah.
Nothing like a giant cyber tornado.
That's sick.
Yeah.
I never see any of this stuff till patch notes.
Sometimes me neither, and they're my favorite times. When I get in the
Yeah.
patch notes, I get to see for the first time and actually give a natural reaction to how cool some of this stuff looks.
Yeah, I actually have a standing meeting where I don't go to any meetings during patch notes.
You stay away on purpose.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part of this skin is the weapon trails. I love
That's
that.
sweet.
Yeah, just a little.
That one right there.
Yeah.
That's real good.
Brought to you by
Love it.
Vallejo.
This is a sweet skin.
Yeah.
Shut up and take my money.
Now,
Take
just
it.
voice pack
Just take
as
it.
well. Part of the Odyssey, as we said, and we'll have a little listen to this one. as well.
Love it.
Woohoo!
Best woohoo line ever.
Wow.
Man, that is
That's
a
over the
maniacal
top.
laugh.
That's
That's
over the
serious
Exceptional.
business right there.
I am objectively the deadliest swordsman. You exceed my calculations.
This is a
Cancel
weird
that.
voice pack.
That's very
It's
different.
nothing personal. Your head is worth a lot of gold to me. Peace. Peace
I
is
like the
merely
voice.
foreshadowing of an even larger battle.
I kind of like the voice pack. It's very different.
Chat doesn't like this voice, but this voice is awesome.
Very accurate.
They don't like
I think it's very different.
I think
no.
I like that it's different. It's weird, but I kind of like that they did something different as a voice pack. I'm kind of down, honestly. I'm in.
Say something, everybody
I'm in.
follows. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the overall opinion, though.
Yeah.
I like
Can we just
different
hear the
stuff.
laugh one more time? I like it.
Even if it's not great, it's different. And I like to just have variation.
It's a recursive loop spiraling downwards to madness.
No, actually, a lot of people are saying they like the voice pack now. But cool, that's the Susano skin.
That
But we
laugh
also
is
have,
creepy.
now this skin as well, those two are to be purchased in the Odyssey, I believe, Larson. But this other skin is part of the quest system as well, I believe.
That's right.
You can actually get this
The
for free.
original
You can get this for
Nuwa.
free.
For free, by just playing the quests.
Yep.
And it is, well, as you can see on the screen, it's Old Wa.
Original
It is. It's Old
Nuwa.
Wa.
She's
Old
back.
Wa.
The new Old Wa.
She's back.
Old
She is
Wa.
back.
And you get her for
And
free.
hotter than ever.
Oh,
What?
God.
Is that even possible? I don't know.
So,
Yo,
yeah,
10
so,
out
yeah,
of
it is
10
possible.
need.
What kind of happened here is that we had a redesign of New Wa,
Oh
which
my
was
God. What 10 out of
was
10,
due
dude.
to an internal
Ven
request.
out of Ven. Put me in the game.
and you know there were still lots
She can
of
root me
people
all
really
night.
liked the old New Wa. It's really cool. A lot of us still liked it. And we had a lot of tech involved in terms of transforming her
Use your
into the
mist
snake
upon-
version of herself. And we were excited to be able to have that back in and get that back in the game and
God, this skin is so
get
good,
to use
dude.
those assets that we spent all that time
Oh,
on.
so she turns into a snake in this one?
Indeed.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
Paul's going to show us off the
All
basic
the
abilities first of all.
original
Like we said, the
stuff,
skin
dude.
is free, part of the Odyssey, by
All
completing
the original
quests
stuff.
this
I
year.
love
You
it.
can also get it by unlocking the other items in the game as well, just as usual, by buying those other purchases.
Yep.
Love
So,
it.
and just to note, she has the original card, the original model.
The original voice pack.
The voice pack?
Original
No
voice
Yes,
way.
pack.
original voice pack.
The original animations, the only changes that we made were that we updated animations that related to the offhands because obviously she's got to do the same thing. So here, the technology that we used to do this was similar to what we used for the Thor Tier 5. So as she does her ultimate, she transforms into the
She
snake version, and
stays
then
in
she
snake
stays in the
form.
snake version and
Awesome.
and
No
can kick around
way.
with that.
So she becomes
She
a snake version.
stays
everyone
in the
sees.
snake
So
form
we're not considering this a
after.
tier 5, but it's using tier 5 tech.
It
Yeah, it's got
doesn't,
tier 5 tech for that,
it doesn't
yeah.
really fall into any tier category.
That's
You know,
cool.
because we had the stuff around. It's somewhere between, you know, a tier 4 maybe and like the retro Hercules.
I mean,
where
That's awesome
tier
that
four
she
with a tier
stays in the
5
snake
tech for
form.
free.
How
Nobody can
cool.
really complain. Plus, a lot of
Yeah.
people
What a
wanted the
cool
original
way to
voice
do
pack,
that,
the original
actually.
New War back.
Sick, dude.
We
Sick.
give the community what they want.
Well, and the other thing about this too is this
Hell
we didn't
yeah.
really redesign Nuwa because we didn't like the original Nuwa. We just had an internal decision that kind of required us to change it. So we were really excited to be able to bring the artwork back into the game.
That's sweet.
Because we all liked it.
And that's
Shout
skins.
out, dude.
That's pretty much
Actual
skins.
shout outs.
And
Good
it's not
job,
Thank you,
Hi-Rez,
Chuck.
dude.
However,
That
that's
was
not
sick.
all that is in this patch to really
Nice.
show you guys
No.
at home at all.
Snack
We
It's
Wow,
still
saved the
best
best
one.
for last.
All right,
reckon?
give it to me.
I think so.
Okay, let's find
That's for
out.
last.
Look
Let's
at all
go.
the love from chat.
This, yeah, chat
You
seems quite happy.
guys.
Yeah.
Again.
Chat's loving this skin.
We have a new game mode. Oh, look at those transitions. Weren't
That
they
was
fantastic?
crazy.
Oh, I
Weird
faded out. I felt like
There is a new
Swayze
game
then in
mode.
Ghost. We have this patch coming out as well. A very limited game mode that's going to be released alongside the Odyssey for the Odyssey event. And it's going to be called Xing Mountain.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Xingtian's
this
Mountain.
is why Travis is joining us. Xing
Yeah.
Mountain is going to be a limited time event that is PVE style, well, PVE MMO style in terms of how you're supposed to play it.
That's right. Yep.
Let's go into the video first of all,
I'm not
Travis. And
gonna
as
judge
this video's
anything
going on,
until I
please tell me
see it.
exactly what we're going to be looking at in this
Okay.
event.
Well, you will join up with 5 players, so
Mm-hmm.
you can either solo queue or a group of 5 into
I'm not gonna-
into the match.
I'm not gonna
You'll play
judge
against
yet.
various rounds of encounters of AI battles.
Right.
So in this video that we're looking at now, you see that the game mode has started.
The Bull Demon
And-
King, Artemis and Ra versus your team.
That's right. So you've got your 5
Okay.
players. They've picked their gods. They've chosen their abilities.
Yep.
You can see that they're all level 13. That's where you start.
Okay.
You start at level 13, and you don't gain any experience as the match goes on.
Right. And then what
Okay.
happens after the round?
When the round ends, as long as there's one player alive,
Yeah.
your team respawns.
It's kind of cool.
All your cooldowns are reset.
That's kind of fun.
Right.
All your abilities, even your relics, are reset.
All come back again. Yeah.
Everyone respawns. Everyone has full health and mana on the next round, and you continue
So in the
forward.
playtest room,
Yeah.
we will
Survival
have
mode.
like 4 people die, we're all screaming,
and the one
you know,
guy.
having the guy kite, you know,
That's kind of
whatever
cool,
they're
dude.
doing.
Oh my, Arachne Batman.
It's like the best feeling. It's so cool.
Now I'm looking at this
What
right
the
now. You said
heck,
level
dude, look
13,
at
you start
this.
with 7,500 gold, correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
And
so
when you buy the items at the start of the game here, Travis, do you get to
That
change the
looks
items
sick.
between rounds, or are you stuck with what you bought?
No, you're stuck with what you bought. So what you'll find when you're playing the game mode is that
That
you'll
was
pick
cool.
a god.
I'm
your
actually
team will
down.
pick a certain set of gods. They'll be level 13. They'll train their skills how they think best will beat these encounters.
Okay.
And you'll have to buy certain items. Sometimes you won't even get rank 3 of items. You'll buy maybe tier 1, and you'll get relics that you think will help. And then you'll find that maybe you lost on round 2 due to your team competition.
I actually am so down. I'm so down to go kick-ass PVE style, lame MMO player. I'm in. I'm in, dude.
You can solo queue.
I'm about to PVE it up.
2-man queue.
Yep.
3-man queue.
Yep.
4-man queue.
Yep.
5-man queue.
Yep.
Even 5-man.
Even 5-man.
I'm in, dude.
Well, actually,
I would
no, not
recommend.
5-man.
I'd recommend 5-man
Yes, 5-man.
queue.
No,
I'm
5-man
so
queue.
ready.
Put the video back on so people can keep seeing that over and over, because we can keep talking about this, because there's quite a few things to talk about regarding this event as well. Not only that, is there a reason to play this, Travis, other than just
give it to me.
You know,
What's the reason
have
to
fun?
play?
Yeah, there's 3 draws to this game mode. First, it's a quest.
This
quest is get to
This
rank
will be a
5,
great, like,
or
sub-game,
complete
too.
Round 5,
Yeah.
and you get an Odyssey chest roll.
Right.
Oh.
So you unlock things by playing this mode.
That's right.
During the time.
Also, there is an achievement. There's 5 ranks of an achievement to complete round 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25.
How many rounds is it?
The rounds never end.
What do you mean
As
they
you can
never
see, you're watching videos where they're playing against certain encounters. But these encounters, there's 15 total, and it's all randomized. And as it continues to progress, once you get to round 17, 18, 19, you might see the same encounter, but it's significantly harder than it was the first time you saw it.
Okay, so there's 15 different potential
down.
encounters, but the difficulty
That's
raises
sick. It's
as time
endless,
goes on.
dude.
That's correct. So even if you play
15 different
round
things,
1,
but it's
well,
endless
round
mode.
32 might be a different story.
That's a whole different game.
Right.
It's survival mode style, basically.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
And by
That's
doing this, you
cool.
unlock potential rewards.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we in
I
there.
heard there's a
We going
leaderboard.
hard
That's
on
right.
this.
Well, the quest is one thing, and the achievement is another. Rank 5 of the achievement is to complete round 25.
Yep.
And you get an exclusive Xing Tian Mountain avatar.
Is that only through this event?
Only through this event.
I'm in.
And
Let's go.
That's not as easy as you would think it would be.
We gotta go
had
kick
some
its ass,
teams,
dude.
Some professional teams come into the studio.
You did?
Yes.
Which teams?
We had
Enemy was one of them, right?
Enemy was one.
Okay.
We
They
had,
actually did really good on the PC.
Yes, that's right. We
I
had
heard Enemy were the
Soar.
best in the PC, right?
In the PC,
Yes.
I mean, they had a great shot caller.
What was the round, by the way, that you said? So, round to get that achievement for the Xing
That's
Tian?
crazy.
So,
So,
for the
25 is the last
and
one
enemy only got to
Enemy
level
got to
19.
19. But now they only had like an hour to play, right? So, you know.
They continued to improve, but by the end of the hour,
They were
they were
still
able to
rubbish.
accomplish round
Enemy
19.
esports
And I
couldn't
heard
beat it within an
Eagle on
hour.
the
I'm
Xbox
in,
as
dude.
well
I'm so
actually got to
in.
round 24.
We get
That's right, they
ALG.
completed
We
round
get
24.
ALG
They
together,
almost
dude.
unlocked the
Let's
avatar,
go.
but not quite.
So the pro players
Yes.
didn't even get to round 25.
Yes.
Wow.
This
Okay.
isn't
What
your,
about internal
your,
play
your
tests?
grandpa's BVE.
What about internal play tests? What's the highest internal play test we got to?
Well, I mean, come on now.
The problem with that is we kept balancing and balancing. One of my team got to 29,
right?
But it was pre like some major
updates.
Buffs to the PVE.
I mean, you can imagine how broken it was, right?
Yeah. If I got to 29,
I'm so ready, dude. ALG, full 5-man team, stream PVE, get our ass kicked by a bot Loki, and just rage quit. I'm in.
The studio goes crazy when we're playing PVE.
Because you're all focused.
We're all focused. We're screaming at each other. Like, why'd you build that way? It's it's crazy.
This is awesome already with this game. Now, the leaderboard thing I want to come back to though, because you can see your platform. You won't see the other platforms, but you'll see your platform, and you will show on the leaderboards. Correct?
That's right.
There's a leaderboard?
That's right. So you can see, on the leaderboard, there's two sides. One's overall on your platform, and it'll have the rank, and then show the top players what round they got to, and then the score they also got to. The score we can talk about in a little bit, but the other side is going to have your friends. So bragging rights, so you can see Hi-Rez Travis.
That's so cool.
On the list. And K6.
How did they make PVE and Smite so cool? It sounds so good.
I see your second, Travis.
It says round 1. I got way past round 1.
It actually sounds so
I
good.
see Travis at second.
Bug.
So you can see how you did, but for just the score system, obviously, like if we both hit round 25 and that's the best in the world is round 25, then how do you differentiate who did the best?
Right. So
no. Well, but round 25 is just the final reward round.
I said if round 25 is the maximum anyone's ever gets to.
That's right.
Let's say 150, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Round 150, and there's 2 people on that. 2 teams that made this 150. How do you work out which team is better?
So yeah, if you look, you see the score column.
Yep.
The score column is just really a comparison on how efficient you were in getting to that round. So in the score, you'll get 100 points for completing a round.
Right.
You get 10 more bonus points for any players that were alive at the end of the round.
Oh.
And then you get 1 point per second left on the clock for the round.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you might see that a bunch of people are grouped up around round 28 as being the highest.
Yeah.
But the people that did it the most effectively will be at the top.
This is a real raid boss mode overall, because you want somebody to be able to peel, tanking this thing up.
Yes.
You want to make sure you've got people to revive them, potentially like Capri or healers in this game.
Some of the encounters are damage races, some of them are time races, some of them,
if you stack too much like physical power, there's certain mobs that may only be affected by magic.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So you gotta choose.
Okay. Well, chat is spamming, remove Clash, keep this. So I think everyone's very excited about this right now. They really love the idea of this.
I'm so in. Can they keep that as a permanent game though? That's sick.
Yeah, I think we're going to have it live for 3 weeks.
We're only going to have it live for 3.5 weeks or so.
Okay.
Then we're going to turn it off. We may bring it back.
Right.
But we're going to see what the community says. If the community says they like it, we're going to do a Christmas version of it. Wow. And it's going to be freaking awesome.
A Christmas version sounds fantastic. I'm already excited about it.
But if they say they don't like it, then we're just going to, whatever, ditch it.
I mean, I'll start on it next week if they say it's good.
You promise?
Yeah. Yeah. I might do a winner if the community says it's not great, then I won't do it.
We'll just can it.
Yeah. Travis hasn't been having any fun making all of these crazy
it's not like Travis is having fun doing this.
Make it!
Dusted off.
We dusted him off.
He's like 5 years of sleep or something, right?
Don't be talking like that. I want you to make it right now.
Since
Start
Left
now.
4 Dead came out.
Yeah,
that's the last time he's worked on Smite.
Wait, this game's still good.
Chat's already saying do it already. So you might as well get ready to get off the show.
I think what we said, we got to have like a Reddit post that's like at least some amount of pages or something.
That's true. Yeah. How many pages do you want?
I mean,
15 pages of Reddit threads.
If it's not 15 pages, it seems like it was a waste.
I agree.
Yeah, that's true. We should do it by pages.
Yeah.
We should do it by pages.
15 Reddit pages, yes.
Yep, 15 Reddit pages worth.
I think that's pretty good. And that's the Xing 10 event, boys and girls.
Oh
Obviously, so we've got Odyssey, we've got Xing 10, we've got the new skins, we've already seen that. But now it's time to, well, move on to where we normally do every single show, and let's go through the actual balance changes.
Who cares about balance, Hindu? I want a PVE.
Small changes that go on as well.
I want a PVE my way to the top of the world.
Joining me once more from his usual corner. Hi, Pon.
What's up, Pon?
Look how you're in a foreign country now. How you doing?
Yeah, it's weird. I get to like kind of just watch from over here, and like I get to make hand signs at everyone.
Hi. You're on camera right now, just so you know. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I have a feed.
You have a feed now.
It's right here.
That's fantastic.
So if you see me looking here, I'm looking at the feed, and they caught me off guard.
Freaking cool.
Forget it. Let's go through everything to do with this patch, and we'll start things off with Pompon's favorite part of the patch, which is achievements.
Yes.
We're gonna have Geb, I'll protect you as Geb. Cleanse a teammate using Stone Shield on an ally that is below 20% health. Simple.
Save your carry.
Cataclysed as Geb, hit 3 or more enemy gods with Cataclysm. Simple. Hebo is the next one up as well, and he's going to have So Steady as Hebo have full stacks on Steady Flow.
Oh boy, achievements! Put me in, coach.
Sorry,
pretty easy stuff.
For over 30 seconds.
Yeah, just keep spamming that one.
And then Killer Wave as Hebo, kill 3 or more enemy gods with a single crushing wave.
With a single crushing wave.
Next up is Izanami. Good input, Pump.
With a single crushing wave.
Where are you going? As Izanami, max out summon demons by getting a kill or assist on 2 enemy gods while they are slowed. Well, that's pretty much what we're going to do.
Look at that graphic.
Yeah, that's
that is a cool graphic.
That's tattoo worth right there.
Well, on that one, yeah. I think you could get a tattoo.
That is cool.
Yeah. And finally, Death's Call as Izanami kill an enemy god while they are at or below 25% health.
Yep.
How dare he want the thorns? How dare he?
It is indeed, and that's it to do with achievements. Pompon, your favorite part is now over. This is the part you generally struggle on.
Yeah, achievements is where I shine, and then after this, it's just not.
Okay, so I'm going to start things off with Miscellaneous next.
Let's go.
And it should be Witchblade.
Into the good stuff.
I don't think this is in the wrong.
Well, this works because it's kind of a game rule stuff, so it belongs in Misk.
Okay. Witchblade now properly applies its slow to targets afflicted by Frostbound Hammer instead of being overwritten by Frostbound Hammer.
Yeah, it was being overwritten by Frostbound Hammer, which was actually a weaker effect. So it doesn't do that anymore. Stronger effect wins.
Okay, so we've already got into items with that one anyway. So we can just move on.
And there's one more that's not listed here that I want to go over, which is a league change. So we actually are making some adjustments to league where so basically your division where you belong is kind of representative of your MMR, but it kind of has a leeway as to how far it will let you go away from your MMR. So like if you're a gold 1 player, you might be able to be at gold 4 and it's kind of okay. We're actually tightening that up so if you're gold 4 but you really are a gold 1 player, it's going to really push you towards that gold 1 status.
Okay, what if you are a gold 4 player and you should be silver 2?
It will push you towards that status.
Okay, so if you're a Danis, you're probably going to go to bronze 5. Right?
Maybe they're fixing rank.
Okay. And so the whole goal of that is we are doing continual adjustments to League overall, especially going to Season 4.
Immediately, I'm just dropping down to just like diamond, platinum, gold.
So that when we do the rest of our adjustments, we have a solid foundation to work off of.
Awesome.
Let's go,
so there's the
dude.
added extra there, so a bit of a league adjustments for you, which weren't even on the patch notes. That's how new they were.
Let's
items
go, dude.
then, and we'll start things off in alphabetical order because Pompon's very good with his alphabet this week.
It is alphabetical. I'm confident. If I'm wrong, I'm going to be sad.
I so hope they change something in production now on purpose. Now, Ancile or Ancil or Anchile or Anchile, whichever way you want to call it.
I like Anchile.
Anchile?
Anchile.
Like
it's a great name for it.
Yeah.
Increased radius of silence effect from 20 to 30 units. So it's just an increase overall. What's the reasoning, Pom?
That's decent.
So Ansel is a very strong counter item. You can do it to interrupt a lot of like mage combos. You can do it to interrupt a whole bunch of team fight synergy if you get it to actually apply to people. But at 20 units, it was really hard to actually get to apply to more than one person.
It's even a big buff to the Chile.
They might be just slightly out of range. Okay. So now at 30, you're more likely to affect the targets you want to. You're more likely to affect the team with it.
Just make the item, which is already kind of a very
specific counter item.
No matter what.
When you actually get in that situation where you countered something, you're rewarded for it.
And reworked every 3 weeks.
With a buff, we'll go into another buff then, into Celestial Legion Helm. Now this is going to get an additional 20 protections added to this item. Pom-Pom, why is it getting such a massive amount of protections?
So
that makes it 90.
So it's kind of like the premier counter crit item, especially for mages and supports. But when you kind of look at what it does, it counters one crit, which is really powerful. But after that, at 70 protections, it doesn't protect you from general ability damage. It doesn't protect you from non-crits. It doesn't protect you really from follow-up crits too much. Okay. So the whole goal there is to make sure that it stays in line with other physical protection items, and then have the extra additional benefit of being anti-crit versus it just being anti-crit for that one auto attack and then not good at the rest of the time.
So it's mainly just to try and like increase its viability compared to the other items in this tree.
Definitely.
Cool. Well, next up, we've got a lot of things to do with boots.
Yes, we actually, so many shoe changes. Boot changes, all of them. New shoes for everyone.
New shoes for everyone.
Did they really? Boot changes are huge. That affects meta so hard.
This is going to have an increase in its attack speed from 15 to 20%, but we've also added 100 mana to this as well.
Yeah, so the big thing is it's competing against Warrior Tabby for that kind of slot for physical characters. And the attack speed should make it something that you want to pick up for characters that scale well with attack speed, whether it be hunters or maybe assassins that like the attack speed. But it wasn't giving enough to outweigh the benefit that the 40 power at the start
attack speed and mana
just off the bat to actually compete. So now we're actually making it so that at 20% attack speed, it should compete well against Warrior Tabby just directly.
Because why not,
so
I
when
guess?
you scale with it, it becomes better than that. So it's just kind of making sure that everyone's not building just Warrior Tabby.
ADC item, let's
and the
go,
100 mana
dude.
is there also to help,
Nemesis
in general, helps people have a little bit better clear, a little bit better poke. People like Shibalanke who kind of struggle a little bit in the other game, they can opt into this instead of raw poking power to get a little bit more auto attacks off. Artemis can use a volley a few more times, stuff like that.
Alright.
Okay, well, next up then is Reinforced Greaves and Shoes. Just to add that, because there's two different versions of them. However,
they're getting the same adjustment.
I think we're likely going to see these not just be Guardian flavored anymore with what we've seen in this patch, and this is the reason why. It's going to be given a new passive this patch. Each time you take damage from an enemy god, you gain a stack of reinforced armor, providing +5 physical and magical protections, and this stacks up to 5 times. The stacks last 6 seconds, but 25? You get hit.
Yes. So this also kind of pairs with some other changes we have down the road, but the idea is that warriors who want to support, they feel like they should probably be able to, because there's a lot of warrior supports already out there that are kind of starting to come into the meta. Raven, Guan, Odin, which is an aggressive one.
Raven?
So yeah, Raven's interesting. I've seen it. It's happened.
Yeah, Robin's a point, dude.
Okay.
That's
but
the truth.
Either way, it helps them actually
interesting.
box a little bit better. It makes reinforcement greaves a little bit more
Combine
desirable
that with
because
an
we want the
urchin,
upfront tankiness. The armor that pairs with the health there is really good, especially on characters that are
Whoa.
already very bulky in general.
That's huge.
So it should help those characters want to build reinforced greaves if they want the defensiveness instead of just rushing either Warrior Tabby or the magical version or the Traveler's Talarias.
Gotcha. Okay, well, we're going to skip from shoes now for a second into Runeforged Hammer because Pom Pom, he did get alphabetical right, but he grouped the types of items together instead and chose not to. So we're on Runeforged Hammer now, and as you can see, Runeforged Hammer is going to have an increased aura effect to 20 to 30 units, very similar to
Who cares?
Yeah. It's same case for
way bigger of a deal for Anchile than for
Runeforged Hammer provides a very good effect for your team, 10% damage on anyone that's slowed.
Yep.
Some characters like Chalk can apply this really effectively to the entire team. I believe you could also get Curse and apply this to the enemy team.
Not nearly as big of a deal.
The range was so short that you generally only had it on one target, and if they got away from you, you didn't have it on any targets. So now at 30 units, you're going to more likely be able to actually provide that 10% damage bonus to your team.
Okay, well, we'll see how that one works out and see if we can see it get picked up a little bit more. And then back to shoes.
Yeah,
one more
back to shoes.
Shoes of focus now. Increase magical power from 30 to 40. Well, there's no... It's just 30 to 40, that's it?
That's the change. Wow. So Shoes of Focus are a very good...
Boots OP.
Yeah, they're a very good utility option, but when compared to the raw power and pen that Shoes of the Magi provide, the utility aspect of getting the CDR kind of wavers, and so
to be fair, nobody picked up
the
cooldown
pen option, the
shoes
damage option.
So
we're just bringing in a little bit more power so that you can choose, do you want the pen and power, or do you want the power and the CDR?
I mean, in essence, with Boots, we're kind of making it...
Nobody picked up...
yeah,
it's always been the case with Boots that people always auto-buy one of them.
Literally
but
nobody.
Trying to open that up a little bit more. And I guess that's why Talaria Boots are also getting a bit of love this patch as well. And it's actually going to get a cost reduction on Talaria Boots. Instead of 1,500 gold, it's going to be 1,400 gold. But not only that, it will increase in physical power from 10 to 15 at the start.
Yeah, so if you're a physical support character or you're a character that wants to try and generate gold, the additional cost compared to, I believe, Travelers is the right name?
Okay.
The additional cost there you had to make up. And so now you don't have to do that. You don't have to make that cost up anymore. You can build it for cheaper, as well as it has a little bit more power on it, so that your basic attacks in the lane hurt a little bit more, your abilities hurt just a little bit more, just to make them a little bit better option than they were before.
Interesting. Not that so you can actually start that with 2 potions as well.
Yeah, you could.
Interesting. We'll see if that happens. And that's it for items this patch. I mean, we've already 37 minutes in the patch. We've got through items.
Yeah, we're good.
That's how busy this patch is this time. This time,
there's a lot.
For God balance this time round. First up, is the cat lady.
Don't buff cat lady. Don't buff her.
Get some love this patch, and it's not just a little bit of love. It's actually quite a lot, Pom Pom.
Yeah.
What's the reasoning for the love?
Well, it's partial love, partial adjustment into what her kind of role is.
Okay.
Her role is being
So the big thing is we upped her base mana. We gave her a little bit more mana regeneration. Pounce is a little bit less on mana.
Right.
And then Razor Whip is now a little bit more front-loaded on the base damage, but at the cost of some of her physical power scaling.
Okay, let's go through it then. General, increase base mana from 215 to 230, so she starts with an additional 15
so
mana.
She's a lot less
increase
mana hungry.
5 per level from 0.18 to 0.25, so more mana.
A lot less mana
Pounce
hungry.
decreased the mana cost overall from 70 to 90, is now 60 to 80. And then not only that, the Razor Whip, now this is the one where the damage is increased actually, and it's during the early stages, increased damage from 25 to 105 is now 30 to 110. However, the physical power scaling did go down from 100% over the dot damage of 4 ticks to actual 80% over those 4 ticks.
Yep, so it's much more front load on the base, but it doesn't scale as well into the late game. And the big thing is we found that Bastet was largely being played early mid-focused, especially with her cats, where she could gank a lane with cats.
Yep.
But her mana regen, some of the base damage in the jungle, and some of her speed was a little bit low compared to that role. And so we've given her a little bit of help in the mana department to make sure that she can use her abilities in the jungle effectively. She'll have a little bit of mana up when like fights come or ganks come. As well as her Razor Whip is now a much better clear tool, but it doesn't scale into late game nearly as much.
So she's more focused on the early game.
Seems to be more of a nerf than that is a buff.
Okay, so there's some love for Bastet. Next up is Izanami.
We'll see, I suppose.
A couple of changes to the new Hunter.
Yeah, she's getting buffed, 100%.
Overall focus with the changes, Pom Pom.
The big focus for Izanami is she's a hard character to play in general, right? Yeah, she is very position oriented. You have to switch between these boomerang shots or these single target shots. You have to land your basics. The ultimate has a long channel time, and so it has a large. It can be missed very easily. Okay. And the big thing is we want to reward Izanami players who are playing her well by giving them a little bit better tools and a little bit better reward for actually doing the things that Izanami does.
What are they going to buff? Let's see those rewards. Fade away. Increase stealth duration from 3 to 5 is now 4 to 6. So a flat 1 second increase already at the start of that. And overall,
they need to change
increase it. Sorry,
how fast they go if they want to have a difference.
No, just 1 second.
Oh, it's just 1 second as well, the way through. My bad. And then Dark Portal as well increased the damage of this. 250 to 610 is now 250 to 650 in the later stages, and had a bit more scaling adjusted from 120% to 130%. So a little bit more damage in the ultimate, and even
what they really needed to do to make her strong was her dash
stealth,
takes too long
especially when you ranked
off.
it up only once, was often too short to actually set up really
Her
good
dash takes
ambushes
way
or
too long
to like
go
do
off.
really good
That's the
escapes.
problem.
The channel timeout is really long, so they can kind of predict where you're going and they can position themselves
She
well.
still
So
will be played.
we wanted to give her a little bit extra time to either set up ambushes and actually execute the ambushes, or to actually do jukes and like skillfully get away.
Okay, we'll see how that brings out with her going forward. And
Another big video.
Well, you all asked for it, didn't you?
Yeah, Nemesis.
You all asked for it.
Rip.
Nemesis. Bug fix for this patch.
No!
The ultimate was on cooldown too often. No, actually, no, it is to do with that.
Yes.
Increased cooldown from
Damn
70
right,
seconds
dude.
at all ranks.
Nerf
to
that
90, 85,
stupid
80,
ass
75, 70.
Thank
so
you.
she's keeping the same stats on this
Thank
pom-pom, but
you.
we are increasing the cooldown.
Yeah, so the big thing is Nemesis kind of had a... She started off really weak, and then we made adjustment, as well as item balance changes, map changes. Wrath especially got the stun on it. And through all those changes, she actually then came out really strong. And so the big thing is, one of the adjustments we did, which was the cooldown from 90 seconds to 70 seconds. We feel just isn't necessarily warranted as much, especially in the early game. It was a very, very powerful gank tool, and it came up very, very often. And we like that coming up in the late game, but we don't necessarily like that coming up at level 5 that quickly. Yeah. So it's kind of pulling back a little bit on one of the buffs we did. Not fully, but a little bit.
Well, we'll see how it works out with Nemesis that patch. Maybe that's enough to tone it down a little bit and make everybody a little bit more happy. Nox is next up on the list, and it's quickly just a quick one here. It's going to be Nox now has a new taunt animation.
Yes, she has a new taunt animation.
Have you got it for us, Pam?
Yeah, I can probably switch class into Nox and show that.
I was hoping you didn't have it. I was trying to put you on the spot so we can blame you again.
I have the taunt, I think.
You do?
Yep, I do.
Okay, well, we'll get when production's ready for that, we can cut to that one as well, hopefully. I've just thrown production for a loop there as well. I'm sorry, production.
It happens.
I expect you to say no, that's why.
No, I have it.
You do, I'm shocked.
Yeah, I've had voice packs, I've had everything. The passions are so
Han came back with the hot, dude.
I got the beard.
He's got his beard back as well. I'm doing my best, Larson. I'm doing best. Sometimes the talent you get sent, sometimes it's hard to
I like Pon with
Pon just stretched him, dude.
Into Pop-Pon's game quicker.
He goes, yeah, man, I'm ready.
For you guys just to break things up for a second and see exactly how this Nox taunt looks.
I'm going to have to slow it down just a bit so I actually have time to get into position.
Okay. Do it right. You only get one shot.
Sure, she silences you and then waves the finger at you.
Ah,
and then that's her taunt.
Cool.
Oh boy.
That's added to the game, boys and girls, so you get a little look at that one as well. We try and bring you all the stuff we can these days as well. That's why I'm keeping Pop-Pon on his toes. And that's the only real change for Nox this patch. But we do have another change coming up.
Yeah, we have a few.
As well. We're going to have new War next up. Now, this one, bit of an interesting one. The Clay Soldiers have been updated to have better AI.
If people were paying attention when I showed off new War, I actually spawned an Odin bot in the jungle.
You did.
Spawned the minions on them, and they attacked the Odin bot. Which people have made fun of me for doing
maybe
before.
Travis should talk about this because he's the one that did the AI change.
Oh, did you, Travis?
Travis might have some good insight.
Go for it.
I did.
Yeah.
Finally, dude. Maybe it works. They finally have brains, dude.
This new game mode and he fixed new War.
Yeah, I know. We dusted him off and he did all kinds of cool stuff.
We miss him. What exactly went into this, Travis?
New War's going to be OP.
Is that all it is?
Yeah, basically.
How does it work, Pom-Pom?
So there's a lot of kind of rules around it. But the specific things is minions will always prioritize gods that are damaging new Wa. So if you were if there were two gods standing on you, you spawn them on one of the gods, and that god hadn't attacked you, but the other one had, it's going to charge that other one.
Right.
Then if there's no targets there, it'll target nearest from where you spawn them. So if you spawn them on top of a god, neither god is attacked, and there's a minion wave. One might go to the minion wave because it was closer, and the other two are going to attack the god. It's just about where you place it and how close they are to the target that you're placing them. And then the final rule is they will only charge gods, so they only actually use their dash attack on gods. And they will switch targets based off the threat list that they have. So if someone damages you or damages an ally, they'll charge them as well.
So they basically have a threat list included in them as well.
Yeah, they have like a threat list, and they will target the nearest person that you deploy them on instead of trying to target only off the threat list.
Okay. Let's see how that works out.
Let's see, that could be interesting. Could work.
Chat, please.
Dicks out for Travis. I mean,
please.
Dicks out for Travis.
Let's just keep them in. Just
so to go over that one more time. Minions will always prioritize any gods that are damaging new War. If there are no gods attacking new War, the minions will then target the closest enemy unit, a god damages an ally, or new War.
Yes.
Minions will only use their charge on enemy gods, not on minions or neutral campers.
Oh,
so
they nerfed the protection shred,
The
though,
basics
dude.
is
They nerfed the protection
you, or you
shred,
deploy
though.
the minions on that target, they should target the one you're targeting and not run off into the jungle or run off into the mini wave.
On off that, however, we did also reduce the protection shred from 5 to 25. It's now 4 to 20. Is that to just take that into account?
So there's a lot more control that can be added, and you can do a lot of more clever things with it now. And so with that comes a tone back of the actual power of the pen.
Gotcha.
All right.
Cool. Poseidon. Poseidon?
Yeah, Poseidon.
Why Poseidon?
Because Poseidon's cool.
Poseidon is cool. Let's find out when to go.
Poseidon.
Increase movement speed bonus from 10 to 15.
Yeah, that was his problem.
Basically putting back where we used to have it.
I think it was 10. We went to 20. That was too fast. We went back to 10, and now we're going to try 15.
All right, let's go with 15. So
Oh
15% movement speed.
Make
But not only
Poseidon
that, we're going to
faster?
change his trident a little bit here as well. It's not actually cast time or anything like that. It's actually just the pre-fire, the animation that's being affected, correct?
Yeah, so the big thing for the Trident one before we go into the Tide change is now when you activate it, it has an animation that plays, and before you had to wait till that animation finished before you could start basic attacking.
Yeah, you'd like
now you can interrupt the animation with your basic attack. So if you want to fire your basic attacks quicker, you can.
But if I want to watch the whole animation, I can.
Yeah, you can do that too. Just don't basic attack.
Just making sure.
Awesome.
Yep.
Interesting.
So, and the main reason for this, you would expect this to just like increase him overall in utility.
Yeah, his kind of primary utility is that he can roam really fast and can kind of control
I'm
points
playing
with
Poseidon
the
again. I love Poseidon.
And he wasn't often able to get in the right positions. He wasn't able to rotate fast enough to kind of do that. And so we're giving him a little bit extra movement when he has his Tide at full.
Okay, we'll see if that's going to be enough to bring him in line. Now, you mentioned a little bit earlier on as well.
I'm ready.
Person you've seen in support before.
Yeah.
Well then. Raven is going to be the next
Nerf
one getting
him
changed
into
this
the
patch. It's
ground.
actually going to be a bit of a nerf to this guy overall. Prana Onslaught is going to have its cooldown increased by 1 second from 8 to 9. And not only that, the 10-hand Shadow Fist reduced the heal per hit from this from 50 to 75 is now 10 to 70.
Yes. So this is not because he was doing well in the support role. This is because he's been a solo bully for a really long time.
Gotcha. But now he's going to be in the support because he can't bully solo.
Yeah, sure, I guess.
Okay.
If that's what we want to go with.
I was trying to read you into that. I'm like, you're setting up for a support, that's all.
Nah. No, the big thing is he was healing too much, and he was also, when the mini wave was down, he was using Prana Onslaught too often.
He's still going to be so strong.
He was always coming out health positive on trades. He often has cooldowns up to when he needed them to actually deal the damage, and so we're turning back Prana Onslaught a little bit by having a 1 second extra cooldown, which should matter in the lane kind of boxing phase.
Okay.
And then the heal that he's getting from his 10-hand Shadow Fist is going to be a little bit less, so that you have more opportunity to actually bring him to mid and low health.
It's basically just like a lane bully scenario nerf overall, really, here.
Yep.
Okay.
Go on, Raven support with the new support
finally,
list.
In terms of gods this patch, we're going to have Terror.
Yep.
But it's only a general change here. Terror's standing stones will now show a cracked texture when they are about to fade. So it's just for the enemy players and your own teammates to know when it's going to be when it's going to end.
Yeah, so the big thing here is she has stones that often persist for a really long time, but there's no real tell that they're going to go away anytime soon. And so now when they're about to fade, they will have a cracked texture.
They did a nerfer!
Awesome. And that's Terror.
Yep.
Pretty much all in all, job well done. And then I guess it's just over to a bit of Q&A now between anybody that wants to ask some questions and things as well.
Shall be one hell of a
what
god!
we have from chat, and if anybody sent anything from Twitter as well, for us to get back at us.
The hashtag. Right
hashtag Smite patch in 2 hours. We'll try and answer some of those questions for you guys at home, and we can go back to the casual side, because Pond will still be staying with us, but we don't need to see your face.
I'll be over here.
We'll miss
hiding.
You, Pond. You did a good job. Maybe next time we'll put you on the patch. Okay?
AJ joined us too.
Yeah, so. I mean, if you keep up this run, Pond, we'll get you on the show.
Thank you, Hindu.
Okay, just keep an eye on it. Anyway, joining us, however, on the set is going to now be Ajax from the design team. Ajax, how you doing?
Hey, doing great. Happy to be here. These guys are awesome. They did a great job earlier.
They did. As well as that, just to answer that, this patch, your favorite thing so far?
Ooh, Old Wa.
Old Wa.
Really?
Yeah. I think
it's your favorite thing?
I think it's awesome that we were able to do the snake transformation as just part of a collection reward skin. Like, just super cool. Like, can't wait for that.
Okay, I'm just reading through chat.
What about the buff to her AI? You like that?
I love that too. And Xing Mountain obviously is really.
Yeah.
Actually, that's probably I might change my answer to that instead of Nuwa, because that thing is it's so new and so different, and I'm really excited to see everybody play it.
Okay.
So I was combing through Twitter that hashtag. Guys, use that during the show from the future. We're gonna be looking at that during the show.
That's actually a good question.
I mixed in some questions that are more general for Smite and some that were more for the show. You know, tried to pick the ones that
felt weird not to. Like, is that it?
So Psycho Del Freddy asked, "Why is jump in the game?"
Yeah, so I thought this one was really interesting because we haven't talked about it in a while.
This is your era.
Yeah, this is old school.
Why'd we add that?
Is it fun to jump?
Yeah.
I mean, it does. It doesn't make sense not to be able to jump.
It just gives you something to do.
I mean, what if you pressed spacebar and you didn't jump? Would you be more or less sad?
That would be sad.
I'd be more sad.
I would be
then
more
that's
sad.
the
answer.
I think there was actually a study done for video games that's like, if you don't have control in ways that you would expect, like jumping, you dislike the game.
Now, I used to watch Xing play.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
he'd be jumping all the time, and it would just irritate me so much I'd shut off his stream.
Is that all you did, just because he jumped?
Yeah, just because he jumped. Then I'd turn it to Lassus or something.
He jumps all the time.
Who?
Lassus.
Not back in the day.
All the pros jump nonstop nowadays.
Now
it's
they
just
all
the thing to do.
Yeah.
They jump spam.
Generally, they do it when they celebrate and win it, getting a victory off a good team fight or something.
Think about if we remove jump, the meta would change like significantly.
Probably.
Yeah,
Mercury might even be better because of that.
There'd be more taunt spamming.
You can get his passive up a little bit more.
There'd be more taunt spamming.
What other questions?
I don't know. Let's find out. I'm going to give some more questions, because thank you for that one on Psycho Del. We'll go through these questions and see. When does Fenrir come out?
I thought this was a good one for Travis, too.
Travis, when's it come out?
I mean, is that next year, 2017, or?
I think so.
Oh, is it an Odyssey leak?
Is it what Pantheon? He's in the new Pantheon, right?
Fenrir, Dev Pantheon, right?
Dev Pantheon.
Dev Pantheon.
Is he the wolf? He's the wolf.
Yeah, he's the wolf. There's your troll. All right, guys, thank you for watching this stream. I hope you guys learned something here today on the old patch notes. Some pretty big stuff coming out, though. That Terra change. The new PVE game mode looks sweet. It looks awesome. The new Odyssey stuff looks awesome. Old Wall looks awesome. Couple of gameplay changes to boots that will have an impact on the meta, guys. I'd like to thank you out for coming and watching this, guys. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And as always, have a twitchin' day, y'all. It's the final countdown. Ba-da-ba-boo. Ba-da-ba-ba-boo. Ba-da-ba-boo. The final countdown.